guys, I thought maybe today you guys could spend the day with me. If you're new here, I'm Candace the EdgyVeg, and I make delicious vegan food, and I thought today we would do a very relaxing what I eat in a day video. As you guys know, I am newly single, so I'm doing a lot of cooking for one, and I shared that on my Instagram, and I got so many messages from a lot of you saying that you really wanted to see recipes for one or single people recipes. So I thought today that we would do a what I eat in a day, cooking for one, and give you guys some inspiration for cooking as a single person or if you live alone. A huge thank you to Ruggable, who is sponsoring today's video. I can't wait to tell you guys all about the beautiful new rugs that I got from Ruggable when I redesigned my space with one of my friends. So definitely stick around for that. Be like 2 or 3 videos ago, I told you guys that I was gonna redo the bottom half of my house, just more redesign it to make it feel more like me. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've already done now that I'm a single person, and just kind of give you guys a little life update. It's gonna be nice and relaxing, so if you have a snack, go grab that, and let's get into it. For breakfast, it's actually quite easy because I like to do like protein heavy, carb heavy breakfast usually, and if not protein heavy, then definitely carb heavy. So that can kind of go like a bagel with avocado or something. But today I'm really feeling a breakfast wrap. So I have some tortillas. I have a little bit of leftover spinach that I need to use up before it goes bad. I have some vegan cheeses that I need to use up. And then for the egg for the breakfast sandwich, I'm just gonna use just egg. I almost always have this on hand just because it's easier. A lot of the time it's just easier to buy something like this instead of like making like huge batches and freezing the excess, because then my freezer is just super full. And then just for seasoning, because the just egg is already kind of seasoned, I'm just gonna use just a little bit of seasoning salt and keep it nice and simple. I'm gonna use like a 1/4 cup to 1/3 of a cup, just so it can cover the entire surface of the tortilla and the spinach. A little bit of seasoning salt. You can do pepper too, or whatever kind of seasonings that you want. And then let's heat up our pan. And if you need to add more just egg at this point because it's not wide enough or it's not the shape that you want, just do that now. This one's not round, it's oval, so it's actually kind of perfect. Yay, love when that happens. Let it cook for a little bit and add some cheese. Just like cheese with your heart. Or if the bag runs out, that's a good indicator that you should stop because you have nothing else to add. If you need to use a spatula to just kind of make whatever shape you want, you can also just do that. It's nice and easy. You can cheat the system, I don't really care. Now add your tortilla right into the pan. Now give it a press. I'm also gonna turn the heat down to like medium and just let it cook. And while we're letting that cook, let's chop the rest of our veggies. Okay, so for my veggies, I'm going to use this leftover cucumber, and then I have a couple cherry tomatoes. I kind of just like to keep cherry tomatoes on hand because I find that it's easier when it's cooking for one because you can turn it into so many more things. And I find that they last longer than if you were to buy like a Roma tomato or something. Little update about what's been going on with me. So since my ex moved out, I kind of talked about this before on another video, but I have been redecorating my space, making it feel more like me, but just creating like spaces, at least downstairs. I'm starting with downstairs first, that really feel like authentically me. All right, so we have our tomatoes and our cucumber, and our tortilla should just about be done. Okay, so when it's as brown or as cooked as you would like it, you can just take your hand, put it here, take a little spatula, flip it over, throw it onto your plate, and then just stack it with your veggies. Like really any vegetable that you have on hand that you need to use up. And then you can just roll it up like a burrito. This is perfect. It's like the perfect amount of food. Sometimes I like to have like 2 breakfasts. One first thing in the morning because I'm not very hungry, so I'll do like just like a protein powder shake and like soy milk or something, and then I'll do this a little bit later in the day because I don't really get hungry until like 11. But I've been loving my new living room. I just got this new sofa. I think it's definitely more me. It's got like that velvet that I used to have. If you've been here for a while, you remember my velvet green sofa. Slowly but surely, all of my new furniture that I picked out is arriving. I got my new carpet. I have my sofa. These are new. I find it really just like opens up the space. It also looks a bit more elegant than what it looked like before in here. Don't get me wrong, I love the way that it looked. I find that this is like an elevated version. And it's really starting to come together, which is nice. My favorite color is pink, so we kept all the pink the same. But it's been fun to actually like throw in those girly elements pretty much everywhere because I can, because it's just me. My friend Phoenix and I, you guys probably know him as Design Daddy on TikTok. He actually came over, we sat down, we had a little chat, and he just designed all the space and picked out all the furniture, came over and had some options for me, and we picked it all out together. It was actually a really super fun experience, and actually put all these up for me because I'm completely useless when it comes to this stuff. But we started putting the space together. We're still missing a couple elements, but It looks so good in here. All right, so I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you guys about today's sponsor. So like I said, today's video is sponsored by Ruggable. This actually came at the perfect time. They approached me and I have been wanting a Ruggable rug because I have 3 dogs for so long. I'm completely obsessed with it. As you guys know, I have 3 dogs and I cook for a living. So there are messes on these carpets all the time. These little rascals like to not eat their food out of their bowl. They actually like to take the food out of the bowl and then walk over to the rug and dump it on the rug and eat it from the rug, which made cleaning my rugs before like super impossible. They never looked great because I couldn't always get it out. So with these Ruggable rugs, I can actually just spot clean them really easily, or roll up the cover and throw it right in the washing machine, which has been such a game changer. It's taken out so much anxiety about like buying expensive rugs when I have 3 dogs, 2 of which are special needs and sometimes have accidents and a lot of the time eat on the carpet. The other thing that I love about my Ruggable is that I can actually take up the cover if I want and like interchange it with another cover. So if I wanted to switch up the look in the room, it's really, really easy that you keep the same pad on the bottom and just take off the cover. Probably my favorite thing about it is that it's spill and stain resistant. So I can spot clean super easily, like I said, or just like roll up the whole thing and put it right in the washing machine. So I'm completely obsessed with both of them, the one I got in my dining room, but especially the one for my living room because it actually has all of the colors that I chose. So with the walls and the sofa and the pillows and the coffee table, it just all matches so beautifully. It's very cohesive. It's really elegant. The carpets are actually non-slip, which is great for Mr. F because of his arthritis. And so he can't really move his back legs very well. And he tends to slip and slide on most other carpets and also the hardwood floor. So he has all this great grip. They have a great selection of like runners and large rugs. I picked 2 really large rugs, which is perfect for my spaces. If you just want to enjoy your space without worrying about your rug, definitely check them out. And in the description box, you will actually have a code. They've kindly given 10% off to all of you guys if you use EdgyVeg10 at checkout. It is lunchtime. We're gonna use up some more leftover food. This is the thing when you're cooking for yourself or you live alone. Sometimes it's just easier to, like if you're gonna chop an onion, chop the whole onion and just keep the rest in the fridge. So I have some leftover onion, leftover cucumber that I found in the back of the fridge that's still good from the other day that I forgot about, some tomatoes, my pasta, and a little bit of leftover parsley. I zested this lemon for scones the other day, so we're gonna use the lemon juice. I just bought this cashew dip. It's like almost like a cashew tzatziki kind of. And then I have some leftover tofu, and I always have some tofu marinated in the fridge. The recipe for this is on my blog. Figured we'd make a super easy kind of like Mediterranean style, almost Greek style inspired pita. So I have some naan here and just throw together like a Middle Eastern salad, Middle Eastern style salad or a Greek style salad with the parsley, tomato, cucumber, and lemon. And then marinate some tofu and just cook that and then throw that in for your protein. You have your veggies. It's like light, but definitely like satiating, really refreshing. All right, so I am gonna press the tofu first just because it is quite liquidy and it looks like it froze in the back of my fridge, so it has some texture to it, so it's a bit crumbly, but that's okay. Lightly press that, kind of crumble it, let it just do its thing. Wrap it up. You can do a bunch if you're doing this for more than one, but the whole point is that you're cooking for one. And then just put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Okay, so for building it, we have our pita or naan, and it's nice and pliable, which we want. And then you can use whatever spread that you want. You can use hummus here, you can use tzatziki. I'm just using this cashew cucumber spread or something. Cucumber dill, so it's kind of like a tzatziki. No one is claiming anything here to be authentic. Add some of that tofu. And then just chop that with your salad. At this point too, you can like salt or pepper it if you want. Then just wrap it up and eat it. This is actually a lunch that I make all the time. I love it. It's so good. It's easy. It's just like the perfect combination of flavors. It makes it easy too, just to kind of work here, eat my lunch, do what I gotta do. One of the things I did change, I didn't change very much in my kitchen here. Kind of hide away all of my pantry items in this little shelf over here. And it's made my ADD a little bit less severe, which is nice because when you're working in the kitchen all day anyway, it's already like super cluttered and dirty and it can be a lot. I know you're gonna hate it, but I have to do it anyway. Oh, we do this twice a day, every day, sometimes more. And for everyone that's going to ask, for red stuff all over his face, it's okay, buddy. All the red stuff all over his face, it's his cough syrup because for whatever reason, they don't make dog cough syrup. They just give them people cough syrup and it tastes like cherry, so he hates it. So he spits it out all over the place and it stains him. You mad? Might be time for a bath.
All right, it's dinner time. So let's make, I'm thinking like a ravioli with like a pea sauce. So we have some green peas. I found these plant-based raviolis at Good Rebel, I think it was, and they're not gluten-free, and I find a lot of vegan raviolis end up being gluten-free, and I'm not gluten-free, so I prefer to have gluten, if you know what I mean. The leftover lemon from this morning, no food waste here, and a little bit of broth. It's gonna be really quick, it's gonna be simple. I think I can get this done in like 10, maybe 12 minutes. All right, so we're gonna start with just a broth. This is just veggie bouillon and some water. It's about 2 cups. I mean, you can buy broth in like a Tetra Pak, but I just like to buy the little bouillon. I'll show you what it looks like. Bouillon packets, because it takes up less space. Okay, so I'm gonna use about half the package of this. So that's like 250 grams of the ravioli or tortellini. Tortellini works. I originally usually do this with tortellini, but I didn't have any. We're gonna cook it for like 5 and then add in our peas. So about 1.5 cups. This is going to be like the vegetable in the dish, but also the sauce. That's our timer. So my timing is perfectly on. So let that come back up to a boil, and then I would say like 2 minutes until it's heated through. Then just chop your basil. Just rough is fine. Juice your half a lemon. You need about 2 tablespoons. So if you don't have a lemon, you just have lemon juice. Just measure it about 2 tablespoons. All right, now we're gonna take anywhere between like half and like 2/3 of the peas and put them into a blender along with a little bit of the broth. And then just add it back into your pot. So we're not going for like a super thick puree here. We're going for like a pea broth, if you will. At this point, you can give it a little taste for salt and pepper. This looks so good. Again, the flavors are like light and fresh. It's like kind of a soup. I guess it's kind of like a ravioli soup. Or if you're using tortellini, it's kind of like a tortellini soup. But it's super light, perfect for summer. Actually, this would be good kind of, I don't know. I don't like cold soup, but if you're into cold soup, this would actually be pretty good cold too. I try to not watch like TV or shows or a movie every night when I'm eating dinner. Sometimes I'll try to read my book while I eat or just kind of try to be in the moment. Tonight's a lazier night, so sometimes I see friends, sometimes I don't. Tonight I'm probably just gonna hang out with the dogs. I'm gonna take them for a little walk before it gets super, super dark. When I'm done this, and probably do some reading, take a shower, do my skincare, and go to bed. Living by myself has been super relaxing in that I don't have to worry about anyone else but the dogs. I mean, trust me, they make me worry enough. But I can kind of just, if I want it to be completely silent in here, it can be completely silent. If I want to blast music while I'm eating dinner or cooking dinner, I can do that too. When you have as active as a social life as I do, to just like sit in silence by yourself every couple nights, it's quite nice. So if you are going through something difficult or like going through a breakup, but you're really concerned about what it's like living on your own for the first time, I've received a couple of messages like that on my Instagram. Don't be scared. It's actually really great. Especially if you have an active social life, because you do get to come back and just be with yourself. And I personally, like, I'm very much an introverted extrovert. I like to be alone. I need that downtime. I need that like escape from being social and just hanging out with myself. I also just like hanging out with myself. So it's actually quite nice. I thought it was gonna be really scary. Don't worry. Easier said than done. I know it's like telling someone to relax, but you might be surprised at how much you actually like it. I almost forgot to say goodbye. I'm doing some laundry in my basement, my haunted basement. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might think I'm kidding. My house is actually haunted. I hope that you enjoy it. That nice, relaxing, calming, what I eat in a day. A huge thank you to Ruggable, sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to learn more about them, definitely check out the link in my bio. There is a discount code there. I believe it's EdgyVeg10. Let me know if you guys like these kind of just like relaxing, me kind of just like hanging out with you guys, doing our thing together. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the recipes for one. If you want more recipes for one, definitely just let me know and I'll make sure that I get that done for you. Bye!